Hello, this is Troy looking at the King and his kingdom at this picture series of understanding, pre-existent, sent by the Father, confirming the promise through the incarnation, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, murdered on a cross, buried, rose from the dead, according to Scriptures, eyewitness, sits at the right hand of the Father, who sends the Holy Spirit and will come again. Now, in Acts chapter 2, and you yourselves know that this Jesus delivered up according to the definite plan and foreknowledge of God, that's the according to Scriptures part, you crucified and killed by the hands of lawless men, mob justice, murdered, but God raised him up. That's the message in the book of Acts. You murdered the Son of God, but God raised him up, loosing the pains of death, because it was not possible for him to be held by it. For David says concerning him, I saw the Lord always before me, for he sat at my right hand, and I may not be shaken. Therefore my heart was glad, and my tongue rejoiced. My flesh also will dwell in hope. For you will not abandon my soul to Hades, or let your Holy One see corruption. You have made known to me the paths of life. You will make me full of gladness with your presence. Brothers, I may say to you with confidence about the patriarch David, that he both died, was buried, and in his tomb is with us to this very day, being therefore a prophet, and knowing that God had sworn with an oath to him that he would set one of his descendants on his throne. He foresaw and spoke about the resurrection of Christ, and he was not abandoned to Hades, and his flesh did not see corruption. This Jesus God raised up, and we are all witnesses, therefore, being exalted at the right hand of God, and having received the Father, the promised Holy Spirit. So you can see in this picture series, King David's still in his grave, but God kept his promise to David by giving him a son that would sit on the throne. So Jesus is murdered. God raises him from the dead. There's eyewitnesses. He sits at the right hand of the Father. The Holy Spirit is sent. And the entire message, in the very first sermon, we hear that this is a fulfillment of the Davidic promise, which we see in Romans 15:8 is a confirmation to the promise to the patriarchs, confirmed. But with Jesus, it's fulfilled. He's fulfilled. He's the King. He's the King.